waiting. Got an excellent connection there. Twitch appears to be running, so that's good. I think we're in good shape here. Let's make sure my reflector is accurately reflecting. And it is. Okay, so now all I gotta do is hit enter in a bunch of places. Let's start from the top. Enter. 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 And enter. And close. Okay. Good, good, good. Did all that before the chat stats even loaded. Doing this on a different night than usual. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Whoa. Forgot to mute my phone. Sorry about that. Yeah, doing it on a Monday because I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow night. So I figured I have the time right now. Let's do it right now. So that's what I'm doing. So probably 45-minute stream, I think, because it's going to be a lot of the glass stuff. And I'll just be honest, I don't know how much of that I can do in one shot. So, you know, that's okay. Not every stream has to be an hour or so. I'll probably do a longer stream on Thursday. That's the plan at the moment anyway, pending any changes. All right, I just need to post this. I don't think you use Kara for that. Come on, finish loading, finish, post. Yes, there we are. And finally, over here, and do a quick post Orino. Posted, yes indeed. And jump over to here. And come on, go to the top. There it is. Done. Okay, we are done with all that crap. So let's move. Oh, you know what? Just in case, I will say, switch to live chat. There we are. And I will say, hello, chat. There we are. And I will come here and say, hello, chat. Not char. I don't know if anybody's showing up as a briquette. Okay, so everything looks good. I see my timers are running. I've got my, yep, okay. Let me move the keyboard here. Oh, and that made my chat rate things come up, which is just me. All right, let me get myself in a position here. Okay, grab the iPad pencil. Put that into position. There we go. Yeah, all right. Very nice. Very nice. That looks good. That looks... Oh, whoops. Okay, so I have to... Let's do this. Already having fun here. Okay, let me do this. Let's go ahead and just do the opening things that you all can see what I'm going to be doing here. Because I already got to fix something. So, is that? I need that to be assisted. There we go. Okay, you can see it. Perfect. So I'm fixing. I started doing the glass. Is that not assisting? Oh, wrong layer. Yeah, it's this layer. This layer needs the erasure on it. So there we are. Okay. Anything else overlapping here? I saw one other area, but let me just double check. No, we're okay. We are good there. Okay, so I just need to erase that area. All right, so let's just erase this. Whoa. Oh, yeah, no, I'm erasing the top layer, so that's fine. So what I should do is drop that out so I can see what I'm doing more clearly. There we are. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay. And now we'll turn this layer back on, and that's what we want. Okay, good. So then all I have to do is one more layer. So let's go ahead and turn the assist off. Oops, let's flip this back to being a, what did I make it, vivid or hard mix? Hard mix? Yeah, hard mix. Let's make them into a hard mix. And we'll make this transparent for, how do I make it where I can see through that thing? Actually, you know what? No, that's why. My mistake. Go to normal. There's normal. Yep, now I got it. I did it backwards. No problem. It's easy enough to fix. There we go. So basically, come on. any place that isn't yellow is anything that has dark in it, I have to erase. Okay, I got it. So from this one, I have to do the erasing. So we do an assist. So that's that. Okay, and then it would be all of this and this. Let's see, so those panels are okay. All of this. The circles are going to stay. Let me check really quick here. That's what I thought. So this goes, this all goes, and that's it. That's all that should be left. Is just, it's not much. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so just everything around these. Just make sure. Okay, got it. Turn that off. Go back to normal. And let's go to a heavier thing. In fact, let's get the paint out because I can kill all this stuff out. Oop. Yes, all that gets killed. Yeah, all this goes away. Nothing up there because that was completely done in the other one. Nothing there. Yeah, it's really a very, very small area that's going to be left. So, anybody in the chat rooms? No. Concurrent viewers 1. Well, hello, concurrent viewer, whoever you are. Thank you for stopping by. You do not need to say anything. I don't even know if you actually exist. I'm only going by the fact that it says concurrent viewers 1. I don't even know if that thing is accurate. I have... For a while, I tried to figure it out. I thought I could be some kind of smart person and determine whether that actually is reflecting anything, but there came a point where I realized it doesn't really matter. I assume everything is working until somebody tells me it isn't, so if it says there's a viewer, I'll go ahead and believe it. But then again, I also wonder, I have to admit, my cynicism makes me wonder if YouTube or any of these things, they just put ghost viewers in to encourage the person to keep viewing if they're only doing it because they think people might see them. And so if they see that they never have a viewer, they'll give up, which means less engagement for the platform. That's very, very conspiracy theory type thinking, so I try not to do it too much. But when you see some of the things these companies do, you do sort of have to wonder. But I would imagine if that was going on... Jeez, sorry. Hey there! Gina, you're my viewer? Really? Well, here, I'll give you a better view. That's my sister. I thought the one viewer was the Emma_362 cheap viewers on whatever. Who I'm going to turn off. Mute, thanks. First time chat. Well, but you left. This is my sister, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but you left. You left. This is a first. She showed. Oh, okay, no, she came back. Never mind. Boy, these stats are so weird. All right, never mind. Never mind. I see you didn't leave. Okay, whatever. Okay, so here's what we're working on. Since it appears at least one person here, and one of them's a spam bot, but the other appears to be my sister. So, hello, Gina. So this is the current state of things. So I'm doing the glass parts. Okay, now we're not going to do this texting stuff. No, I didn't. Okay, yes, I know you did. I'm sorry. It's got a delay to text you. I have to click out for... Oh, because you're doing it on a phone. See, I'm used to a computer. Got it. This is great. Anybody who watches this later, the notifications in the background of my sister texting me to explain that she didn't leave the chat or the viewing thing like I thought she did. So, I'm going to drink of water now. I should have gotten that drink of water before I started. Anyway, this is what we're doing. It's going to be very close up when you see it, so I'll turn the other glass off. Oh boy, yeah, this is so much easier than the other glass parts. So much easier than the other glass parts. That was not fun. Okay, so we'll just chip all this stuff out. But yeah, I actually was wondering if YouTube or Twitch, whichever, was inserting ghost viewers. Because they have those other things. They have those people in chat. I know Twitch has people in chat that are clearly bots, and I don't understand what the point of that is. But I know they're there. Okay, I think that's got it. I think that's all the glass for that. Oh, I missed the spot. I erased something accidentally. Okay, that's no problem. We'll just do a duplicate. Hold on, duplicate this, turn this off. Let's do a rotate twice. Let's get the paint, all this for 2 panels. 2 panels. But you know what? That's what you got to do sometimes. So let's erase all this out, all that out, all that out, all this out. And all I need are literally 2 little triangular pieces, and the rest of this thing can go away, and then it will be done. So we do this carefully. Okay. Drop that paintbrush back down. Let's switch to the small. By the way, Gina, I don't... this is the stupidest thing. Gina, I don't swear on this thing. I try to keep it family friendly, so if you want the kids to watch, they can. I don't generally draw scary things or swear or anything, so they... But I know you don't like them, like watching stuff like, you know, on computers and all that stuff, so... That's fine, too. I'm just saying I don't swear or anything. I keep these things. I think I accidentally said the D word. That's the same thing as a way to stop water from falling down waterfalls. Now I'm being really paranoid about even mentioning a lightweight swear word. But other than that, I don't swear. So kids can watch this. I don't know if kids would have any entertainment from it because I don't know. I don't know how anybody... Jeez, are you really texting me? It's almost 10 here. There, long. Okay, you can type this into the chat, Gina. This is the most ridiculous thing. That my phone is going to be going off in the background. That's true. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she's on the East Coast, so yes, it is late there. Never mind. You know, I forgot. I forgot. They are in bed. She's texting me on the phone. It's a good thing I didn't silence it. I never would have even heard that go off. Okay, I think that's everything. I think I got it erased. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So that's the lamp glass done. So you can see what that does there. Now, what I might do is instead of leaving all the glass dark, I will probably do some inversion stuff for it. Yeah, see, like that? That might be better. I don't want it to just all be dark glass. So that's divide. Color, luminosity, color. So divide. Divide's not bad. Let's see what divide looks like on the other ones. That might be the way to go with the lamp. Just so it has a little bit... Yeah, you don't want it to all be dark. I could. Don't do that. I could make it all dark. Where'd divide go? There's divide. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Divide, divide, divide. There. And this is the last one. Just these 2 panels. Yeah. Let's divide those. I can always change my mind on this anyway. So, okay. So that glass is now done. Good there. Okay. So we've got the halo glass is done. The halos glass is done. Oh, God. The chains are going to be a lot, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you know what? No, actually, no, they're not. No, the chains aren't going to be that bad. No, now that I think about it, chains are going to be pretty easy. Because not much of the chains overlap. The clothing might be a bit of a thing. That's okay if it is. We'll figure that out. But, yeah, so... Let's do... Let me turn the radiance colors back on. I think I'm going to keep the glass dark on the flames. Or should I go radiant... Or should I do the division on that, too? It's an interesting question. Here's the halos. Halo... I don't know, maybe the halos should be divide. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's divide. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Ate up a little bit of that red color. That's interesting. I don't hate that necessarily. It's different. Just look at some other ones. Oh, I'm on the wrong... Sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. Where's that layer I just... you know what? I'm going to... Let me group that up. And we need to call that lamp glass. Here we are. Okay, there's lamp glass. Lamp glass needs to go above lamp colors so that it's grouped properly. Okay, so radiance glass, which is this one. That's divide. That ain't bad looking either. Saturation, velocity. Yeah. Huh. Not multiply. Color burn, dot color, normal, lighten. Ew, lighting's garbage. Lighter color, soft light, hard light. It's not really different. Vivid light. You know. I could invert it too. Yeah. Let me try. So let me do an inversion on that color. Let me see if that makes any difference. Invert. I gotta switch this, of course, because now it's... I changed it from black to white. So I want to see what that does. That's interesting. The lighting thing. Color dodge, add, lighter color. Soft light, hard light, vivid light. I don't know. I don't mind it. Maybe I should do the white on the halos too. I'll come back to that. Oh, I could do color overlays on those. All right, let's get the glass done. Because the glass is the most miserable part of all this. So, let's turn the colors back off. There we go. We've done the radiance glass is done. The lamp glass is done. Let's do the chains. Because I actually don't think the chains are going to be as much of a headache as I thought. The clothing shouldn't be... I mean, nothing should be worse than the radiance lines. The big wavy lines in the back. Those should be the worst. You know, I say that. We'll see. But that should be the worst one. So let's do a flip horizontal. Let's do a rotate. And that covers all the chains. Yes, it does. Okay. Now we do another duplicate, but this time we're going to do a horizontal flip and a rotate. Now we'll turn that one off because that just looks like garbage. So now, here's the trick. I ain't much of a trick, really. But on this layer, let's go ahead. These are mirrored, so I can do my drawing assist on there. Right? So let's go ahead and start getting rid of the stuff we know we don't need, which is all the edges of this. There we are. There we go. There we are. Just try to avoid hitting into the chains because I will have to do chains eventually. So I'm just sticking with trying to get rid of all the... chains, crap. There we go. Got it. I'm good. I got it. I saw it just in time. Okay, so let's go ahead and move that. I know there's a little bit of chain right there. There's no chain there. See, in a minute I'm going to have to stop using the big brush because I'm going to have to start getting in the tight spots. But for now, I still can. So yeah, I'm basically just refining down. You know, I'm doing the big erasure on stuff that I know isn't interacting with the chains at all. And then I got to get a little bit more fine-tuned with that, which I will. But, chain. But I'll cut as much of the big stuff out as I can for the moment. I guess that proves that posting on Instagram actually works, though, because I'm pretty sure, Gina, that's the only place you would have seen that. Normally I throw Instagram out as garbage, but I guess that just proves it does occasionally work. Because I'm sure that's where you saw it. Alright, let's see here. Which isn't the usual thing I post on there, but I couldn't find, for whatever reason, here's a gripe about Instagram, one of many. It doesn't post square images properly on a phone as well as it does on a computer. Mark Zuckerberg, explain that one to me. Got millions of dollars to build a super yacht that no normal person should ever be able to afford or need, but you can't figure out how to make your app work properly on a phone, is all I'm saying. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Kind of, oh, you know what? I don't think those line up exactly. I better be careful with that because I could be erasing. Yep, that's what I thought. I forgot. That's not symmetrical. Here, I'm going to do this really quick. I just have to fix this. There. The rest of it is symmetrical. That is not. Though that particular part of the chain is not symmetrical. So, yeah, that's fine. All right, I'll have to turn the mirroring thing off in a minute anyway because there are small parts of this image that do not exactly mirror. So I'll end up making more work for myself than I'll save time. Certainly wouldn't be the first time I managed that. All right, let's let's see here. Yeah. Although, yeah, compared to the way I used to do this, it's a lot less time doing it this way. Believe me when I tell you, it was not always this quick. It was absolutely not. Because when I did it just every single thing manually without even using the drawing assist, ooh, boy, was that stupid. But, you know, that's what I talk about when I say that you have to make a bunch of mistakes. I was just listening to something today where they were talking about there was a famous quote that used to get bounced around a lot, that, you know, the way to be good at something was to practice for 10,000 hours. And that phrase was, well, number one, even if that had been the exact phrase, it was never right. But what they've refined it to say is not 10,000 hours, but 10,000 mistakes. You know, make 10,000 mistakes so that you can learn what not to do. And that is a big part of it. I mean, I remember, and, you know, I don't think I've repeated this particular little backstory thing before, but way back, I think this was in, I want to say it was high school, I had an art teacher who said, you know, the real measure of an artist is your ability to make a mistake and be able to make it work within what you're doing. Not to try to erase a mistake. Of course, you know, this was way before we had digital tools, where now, if I do something like that and make a mistake, I tap my fingers and it goes away. This was before that. I do think there is a value in that, though. But of course, I already went through that, so I've learned that lesson, is that not all mistakes are bad, and that mistakes do help you in terms of figuring certain things out and refining certain things. They can be very beneficial. Oh, did I turn the assist off? No, I didn't. Interesting. Why did it not? Yeah, let me just... There we go. You know what? I'm going to turn the assist off because I have a feeling I'm now getting to the point where I'm going to start just making more work for myself. So I'll just go ahead and turn the assist off and do this manually the rest of the way. It's not that much work anyway, compared to what I already managed to cut down on. It's not. But yeah, the mistake thing is, I really do think there is something to that. In almost every creative... Really? There we go. Every creative medium, every type of creativity, there does have to be, whoa, what did I do there? Why is that like that? That doesn't look right at all. How did that happen? Those are supposed to be even. Wow, that's really strange. Huh, okay, well, let's just do this. Rather than have to redo the whole thing, let me see if I can just kind of guide this into place. It's weird, though, that it didn't... No, I can't. Okay, I'm not going to redo it. Got to redo it from the beginning. That happens sometimes. Okay. So, duplicate. We'll take this one. We'll do a rotation. We'll do a flip. And, yeah, that's... Hey, that happens. It's okay. I wasn't all that far into it, so it's okay. I just got to erase all the big areas. There was no way to recover that properly. I mean, I could have, I guess, spotted it. I could have probably spot fixed it. I could have, but you know what? Whatever. It's not that big a deal. It really isn't. It's not like it's going to take me long to get back to exactly where I was. It will not. All right. Let's do this. Stop short there. All the stuff in here can go. All right. Let's do that. Just being careful here, because now that I know that these aren't exactly as I originally thought symmetrical, means I'm going to be a little bit more careful. So let me turn the assist off now, so that I can come in here and not worry about screwing up the other side. Just keep an eye out for that chain there. Okay, so now I know I'm clear for all this. All right. There's a little bit of chain. You can see it right there, just on the shoulder. So we're going to be very easy going on that. Okay, and then we'll go across that. There it is. Keep an eye out. Yeah, I wasn't actually sure entirely if I was going to be streaming it all this week. It's been a bit of a stressful week. Our dog has been having some issues, but based on what the vet's telling us, it's just, apparently it's nothing to really be too concerned about. So hopefully we're going to keep an eye on her for the next week or so and see how she's doing, and we'll make some decisions on whether we got to bring her back in or not. But he doesn't seem concerned, which is good. I mean, she's just walking really funny. What to me looks like a limp. I mean, it is a limp. I shouldn't say it's not limp, but because she had double hip surgery about 4 years ago, she's never quite walked right. And the vet thinks that she's just developed arthritis, which is very common in these dogs. Unfortunately, it's just common, which I hate. It's just one of these things where the other thing I know is that these dogs are very prone to cancer. So anytime there's anything unusual, that's my first thought. It's just how my mind works. So I've been stressed out. Whoa, oh, I saw it. Let me get it back. There we go. Give that a second. I'll get a sip of water while that's happening. Just a minute. There we go. Let me just click back to the window so I can see. There. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's just tough. It's tough because to me it looks like it's hurting her to walk, but as the vet does point out, she's not really showing any indications of pain, so it may just be that combination of arthritis and the fact that she doesn't really have hips anymore. Not really. She essentially has scar tissue hips. I don't know how else you'd put it, because what they do is the tops of her hip bones were so deteriorated that they basically just removed them because they weren't doing anything but causing her problems. And so she has these false hips that the body naturally develops. It's amazing when you find out what animals can live with and what they can do. They're just unbelievable. I couldn't handle that kind of, the amount of pain that she was putting up with for a long time is just unbelievable. But yeah, so she's got this very distinctive kind of limp going on, but he doesn't think it's pain. He thinks it's just the way that she's walking as she's getting older. So he did say she could stand to lose some weight, and that might help. So we'll jump on that. That should be easy enough. Fortunately, unlike me, very much unlike me, my dog loves vegetables. So we're going to start supplementing her meal food, because you don't just want to starve your animal. That's not a way to do it. With vegetables. She likes broccoli and cauliflower. So tonight was the first meal where we really just kind of removed a bunch of the actual normal food from the meal and replaced it with vegetables. That way she's still getting all of her, important minerals and nutrients, because she's getting her greens and whites in the case of the cauliflowers. But hopefully that will help her drop a little bit of weight, and that might be the little thing that tips the balance to get her walking a little bit straighter again. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a very nerve-wracked weekend. I was not doing great for a few days there, because I just worry. That's just in my nature. I worry. I'm very much, there's some word for it, where you can't break out of thinking worst case scenario stuff. And that's me. So I literally at one point during the weekend, I woke up and I went, yep, she's gonna die. That's exactly what I thought. I thought, nope, she's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make it. With, by the way, having no information to indicate that whatsoever. But that's how my mind is. My mind is very much geared for worst case scenario stuff. And I think some of it is because I have this idea that if I just assume it's all going to be terrible and the worst, that will help me bear it if it becomes true. I don't know if that's really the case. That might just be me. It probably is. But I'm telling you, how I'm built, inherited that, I'm pretty sure, from my mother, who was a wonderful woman. I've often said I had a magnificent childhood. I cannot complain compared to some of the things that kids go through out there. I didn't have any of that. My parents were great. But my mother's neurotic way of seeing the world is definitely, I know where I got it from. And that's from her. If my sister is still watching, she certainly knows that's true. My mother is neurotic. And I am my mother's son, that's for sure. Don't think my dad was like that. I don't remember anything like that with him. But can't help what you inherit. Because by the time you realize that you did, it's so far past you being able to fix it, you can't do anything about it. You know. But that is a tough thing. It's a tough thing. I admire people who don't get caught up in negativity. I wish I could do it. It's not easy. Not easy at all to try not to think the worst, because, I mean, a lot of it is uncertainty, and it was kind of like that. I've been on edge because I was waiting to talk to the vet and see what he thought. And, so, in fact, let's just make sure he didn't try to call me during the stream, because there was one other pending question I forgot to ask him that I just need him to get back to me on. But that's more of a medication thing. But we're just gonna. She's not acting unhappy. That's the other thing. I mean, when he was pointing out all the things that a dog that's in pain would be, or in real trouble would be doing, she certainly has no shortage of an appetite. She wants to play. She bounces around. She just walks like somebody just kicked her in the leg. But then again, then I started thinking about the fact that I've seen people walking that way. So it is a thing where, maybe it is just because she doesn't really have hips, or at least not natural hips. Her hips are false hips or fake hips. There's some word for it. Again, we're talking about medical stuff. And since I went to art school, I'm not really so great with that stuff. That ain't really for me. Not really. You know what? I think I'll make these, now that I think about it, just so that, because what time is it here? Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We're going to make this, just made a executive decision here. This layer is just going to be the internal links of the chains, because those don't ever intersect, so they can all be the same. See, that's the thing about the glass ideas. It's not that they literally all have to alternate, but I don't want the same ones next to each other. That's the main key. And the central links to the chains, well, they never intersect. And when I do the outer chains, those will be the same as well, but, they do intersect with the central chain link, I guess, the central link. So you can't do it that way. Actually, I could probably use the paintbrush for this. Whoa, okay, I gotta dial it down a little bit. I gotta dial it in. Yeah, that'll cover more stuff. So all these are gonna be the central links. This layer will be the central links, and then the other layer will be the outer links. Or I guess the loops, or whatever, I don't know. I don't know if there's, well, no, because they're basically the same thing unless you turn them sideways. So, no, it's all the same thing. Now I'm just confusing myself, which doesn't take much. I can't believe these people come on here and try to sell viewers. It's so stupid. Anybody who's watching this, if you do YouTubes or whatever streams, don't buy viewers. Don't do it. It's meaningless, and who cares? And it won't last. They're not going to stick around if they're paid. I mean, I cannot believe there's still an economy around that. I mean, maybe there isn't. For all I know, that thing has gone out the window. These are just desperate people trying, but buying numbers, really? Are you really, really good at what you're doing if you're buying numbers? I'm going to say probably not. like I said, I don't think it's going to last. Hi, cutie. I'm talking to my dog there. She just rolled over. She's just taking it easy this week. Exactly what I want. Just let her try to make her take it easy, man. That doesn't work if she sees a squirrel in the backyard. Let me tell you, she's off and running. She has no hesitation about that. So I like to bring her outside so she can just lay in the grass. But if she sees a raccoon, it's a squirrel. When I say raccoon, not a raccoon. There are raccoons around here, but I think I've only ever seen one once in the... Geez, I guess I've been out here 20 years now. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, moved out in 2004. So 20 years. In the 20 years I've been out here, I've only seen a raccoon once. And it wasn't even here. I've heard there have been some around. In fact, I do think there was somebody who had their dog attacked. Not too severely. It was a minor enough thing, but attacked by a raccoon. One of the many reasons that our dog is not an outside dog. And I don't think I could ever have an outside dog. There's too much stuff that can happen. They can eat something that's poisonous. There's just so many reasons. So we're fortunate that we can keep our dog inside. Not everybody can do that, so that's not meant to be... I know not everybody has the ability to have an inside dog. But I would worry too much. Plus, we're on a busy street, and that too is just like terrifying me. Because, I just would not want to take the risk that for some reason she got out or got scared and ran out on the road or something. Not forget it. Nope. So she is an inside dog, a very pampered pet. Very. She lives a better life than a lot of people do, which is a pathetic thing to say in this country, but it is true. But yeah, no, it's even if we weren't on a busy road, I might be more open to it, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of cats around too, and cats can be vicious. Fortunately, every cat she's ever encountered in our backyard has run from her, but that does not necessarily mean it will always be the case. Cats will, when we've been on strolls when we were still doing that, we would come across a couple of cats that would put the back hairs up, and that's where I was like, okay, let's just move on by as fast as possible, because I don't want you to be missing an eye, which is, I've seen dogs missing eyes, and I always think, cat? Maybe. Because cats will scratch at your eyes. They don't care. Cats are fascinating creatures. I like other people's cats. I don't think I could ever have one. Partially because I was spoiled too. My dad's cat was basically a junkyard cat that got very attached to him, and even though my dad never really seemed like a pet person, I mean, he did and he didn't, and certainly never seemed like a cat person to me, but this cat just attached itself to him, and he brought it home, and that cat was basically a dog for my dad. Acted like a dog would. It's the weirdest thing. Great cat. That's not a complaint. It's just odd because the cat had very dog-like mannerisms that I don't know that I've ever run into another cat that acted like that cat did. Because she did come off very much like a dog. He would call her and she would come to him, and I don't know, it's just the way that she waited for him, and it's just not stuff you normally see in typical cats. I'm not going to say no other cat in the world ever did that. That's not, I don't think she's that unique. I am sure other cats behave like this, but it's definitely uncommon. That's not the typical way you expect a cat to behave. So that cat was interesting. Interesting cat. I've never been much of a cat person. I sort of like the idea that the animal at least because look, I'm not a fool. I know that my dog does not love me in the exact same way I love her. Dogs don't think that way. They're not people. I know, even though I absolutely treat my dog like a daughter. I'll first to admit, even though I know in my head that's not what it is, it's not, you know, I understand. I understand it's not the same thing. I get it. But I'm the way I am. But I do love the idea that my dog is always happy to see me when I come home. Whereas many cats, again, not all, many cats don't care if you come home at all as long as somebody's feeding them. I'm sure there are dogs like that too, but not mine. Neither of my dogs were like that. Both of my dogs were always thrilled to see me. And I was always thrilled to see them. I shouldn't say past that. I mean, always am thrilled to see them. I was thinking of my first dog, who I still miss very much. She was a great dog. Sweetest dog I've ever met in my life. Which I'm sure everybody says about their dog, so I understand. I understand I'm saying the same thing that many other people have said about their dogs, and I'm sure it's just as true for them as it is for me. But I do miss that dog. She was great. Love our current dog. Don't get me wrong. But she's definitely... Golden Retrievers have this reputation for being extraordinarily cuddly, snuggly animals. Yeah, don't buy into that for a minute, because ours certainly isn't. And if you just look around a little bit, you'll find, well, there's quite a few that aren't. So, yeah. She is definitely not especially not compared to our last one. Our last one would get up on the couch and lay backwards across me and just sleep. It was great. She would just fall asleep literally in my lap. And it was fantastic. I love that dog. Love her and I miss her. So I think we're probably going to be wrapping up here soon because the iPad is now definitely beginning to heat up. I can feel it. Oh yeah, 45 minutes or so. Yep, we're getting right to it. So it makes sense. That's usually when it starts to get heated. So we get around to this point, which is fine. I mean, this is just refinement work. I mean, we're getting there. Really, it's just the chains and the clothing now. And the chains really shouldn't take too long. I mean, I've done a bunch of them just in this, on top of doing the lamp stuff. And I lost a little time on the mistake that I made, but they really aren't. They'll be fairly easy. The in-between spots are going to be the most work on these. But the chains themselves are pretty simple. I mean, this is just going along here. And honestly, if I didn't do this work, would anybody really notice it? Probably not. But I would know it's there. So, you don't do it because you know somebody will notice it. You do it because you want it to look the way you want it to look. So, that's not a big deal. And it's not hard. It's just, as you can see, highly repetitive. But, you know, once you get to the end and you see it all together, then it's worth it. The actual work is not the most thrilling thing in the world, but that's okay. You know, you still do it because you know where it's going, what the end result will be. And you can vary it up as I'm doing right now by doing the center chains first. You know, there's ways to keep it from being interminably boring. But I'm not going to pretend that this is the most thrilling part of the work. This is the most thrilling part of the work. Probably once I've got the sketch in place, doing the actual quote-unquote inks over it, doing the black lines, that is probably my favorite part. Because that's when you really see it cementing in, and you can really get a sense of what you're doing. So that's probably my favorite part of it. What am I doing on this one? I'm getting rid of the ring. Okay, got it. That's what I thought, but I just want to double check. So get rid of the ring, but leave a little clasp piece. So go around that little thing. There we are. Okay, so that's that one. Those are all done, so that's good. I just gotta do these. Then I can do the big sweep with the paintbrush. And then this part of the chains will be done. And I am planning to stream same time, more or less, on Thursday. So that will be when we'll jump back into this. And really all that's left now is to finish these chains up and do the clothing. And then I think we're done. Well, I mean, with the major parts. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Yeah, just the glass parts are all that's really left. So, yeah. Going well. Going well. And then at some point I'll do the final variant piece for the Elos Ilcor image, which will be an interesting one because that's a very distinctive work. And to keep it in that theme, but I definitely have some changes in mind for that one. Since I don't have to go by the company brief for my own version, I can change some things, which I'm planning to. There will be some differences there. This can all go because that's inside the cape thing. Oh, not that much though. Just that. No. Careful now. Careful. Don't get sloppy at the end. It's always a danger is when you know you're kind of close to the end of one part, you start getting a little bit loose because you're kind of just ready for it to be wrapped up. Very natural thing to do, but oh, I messed that up, so just stretch that. There we go. Just re-clean those edges. That happens too. Cut little edges off. Luckily, you just take the smear tool and you just need to have some color in there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Ooh, missed that one. Hold on, get that. Okay. Oh, you know, careful. Careful. Go to the small one. Just get in there. Oh, okay. Back to that. And wrap that there. Wrap that through there. And I think that might, just looking, that might be it. That is it. Oh, not that. I missed this one little spot. Easy enough to do. No, don't do it with that. Do it with this. There we are. Yes. Okay, and then this one here. Then I am actually done. And we will wrap the stream up. Okay. Oh, no. Waste a little too much. That's what I mean about you gotta be careful at the end. Not a big deal. Easy to fix. I could have smeared it if I needed to anyway. And that, I believe, is it. That is it. Oh. Missed one. Missed one. There we are. Just do that. Make sure there's not an equivalent over here. No, that's the outer. So we're good. All right. So as of right now, what we have is, let's just turn everything on. Bang, 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 bang. That's where we are at the moment. So, yeah, making progress. Making progress. And in fact, what I am going to do with the chains is I am going to invert these. This should be inverted because it's gold chains. Yeah, so see, that's going to be better. Yep, that's going to be better. All right, well. There we are. So let's go ahead and go to our Be Right Back screen, because that brings this stream, or is bringing this stream to a close. So thank you very much for coming by on a Monday. Thanks, Gina, for coming by, my sister. Very nice of you to come by and support my little stream here, which I hope it's entertaining. I really do. I don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, like I always say, if you're watching this later, that's perfectly fine. I don't get that wrapped up in how many live viewers there are. I understand that people are on all different time zones and watch things at different ways and may want to watch it at 2 times speed. So that's fine. You can't do that with live as far as I know. So anyway, thank you for coming by and hanging out for a bit. And as I always say, go be creative or go watch somebody else's creative stream. Do something. Creativity is good for your mind, your body, your soul. Everybody should be creating something, or just trying. There's no such thing as bad creation. Destruction is bad, creation is good. So learn how to play a musical instrument, you know, write something, write little things, draw little things, doodle on napkins. Doesn't matter. All that stuff is good for you. So On that note, I'm going to get out of here before I just babble forever with nothing to say. So again, thank you for coming by. Live or later doesn't matter to me. Try to put a little bit more creativity in your life in general, even if you can't do it right this second. And yeah, plan to be back on Thursday for another stream. Until then, insert boilerplate language here until I can think of something more clever to say. And on that note, thanks again for coming by. And until next time, take care.